everybody. We're just parked up today in one of our favourite places, which is the Mumbles near Swansea. We're just going to have a quick walk now because the sun has unexpectedly come out, and show you around a little bit. We're in Bracelet Bay at the moment, so we've just parked up here for a couple of hours, just have a little walk, and then we're going to try and get back into the town centre then, which is where we normally park for the night. So, I've just popped outside just to give you a quick view of what we've got tonight. We couldn't get to our normal parking space in the Mumbles, which is a real shame because it's a really cool place to park. It's a car park which you can pay to stay in overnight. It's right in the middle of town, and it's somewhere we stay quite regularly because it's brilliant. Sorry, I had to stop then because I look like a crazy lunatic on the side of the road in my pyjamas as cars are coming past. But we're just out in Swansea Bay. It is a gorgeous clear night tonight. There's no rain, it's a little bit windy, not too bad though really. Some traffic coming past. We've had to park like right on the road, which isn't really what we would do on a regular basis, but do you know what, for one night we don't mind. Morning. So as you can see, view's a bit better in the daylight, obviously. Another gorgeous day here in Swansea. Not often you can say that. So yeah, first time we've parked in this bit actually, so we're just literally just off the road in the van, not somewhere we would normally park, and it was obviously a bit quieter overnight, but there were still some cars kind of flying past in the early hours and things. But to be honest with you, earplugs in, had a great night's sleep, and this morning, yeah, woken up to this sort of beautiful sunshine, so might go for a little wander into town later, but yeah, shows why we love to come back to this place anyway. So after that gorgeous weather we woke up to in the Mumbles this morning, we've spent the day doing really nice outdoorsy things like getting out shopping, visiting clients that we're going to look after their dogs inside, and now we've decided to come out and make the most of the weather and have a walk. It started raining, but it is Wales, it is the very end of January, it's not too cold actually, so, and we have got a nice beach to walk along here as well. So for the second night of our Swansea double header this time, we've again parked somewhere new for us. We've got a public car park where there's no restrictions overnight, which is pretty cool. So we are very close to Swansea Marina, just next to the beach, and one of my favourite spots, and I'll show you why in a minute. So this is possibly my favourite place to visit, and thankfully there's a couple of places we can park for free nearby as well. It's the Beer Riff Brewery and Tap Room. For more information, have a look at the Craft Beer Chris's Corner. I've done a little piece of information on it there, but definitely worth a visit if you're in the Swansea area. So as you can see, we're back in Swansea, back near the marina. The weather's a bit better today than it was yesterday, so Chili's just been down on the beach with Steph while I've been mucking about with the drone for a few minutes. I'm just going to take you a walk around the marina now to show you another reason why we love this place. So this car park is where we normally park when we came here. It's a bit hit or miss in terms of finding a space, to be honest with you, not least because you've got the awesome Beer Riff across the road. And also there's other businesses. A lot of people come here to walk their dogs. It is really lovely. You're right by the water, as you can see, but we parked over by the beach today, which is equally nice, perhaps a little quieter later on as well. So just like a lot of like waterside spots really over the years, they probably fell into disuse to some extent, and then they get like a rebirth as a sort of cultural or recreational sort of area. So you've got the Swansea Waterfront Museum here, which has been here for years. There's a lovely pub behind me called the Pumpers. Again, that's been here for a while. Dylan Thomas Theatre, and you're so close to town. That cinema you might be able to see in the background there is the bottom of Wine Street and Swansea town proper. So a brilliant spot. Of course, being a marina, it's got all the facilities that you'd ever need as a motorhomer. You can only access these though by staying in the official marina camper van spot. I think it's 5 vans can get in there. It's quite expensive, it's about £30 a night, but it is an option if the whole wild camping thing doesn't appeal to you. Morning everyone. So I've been up for a couple of hours. Chili woke me up. Steph's been doing an impression of Sleeping Beauty until quite recently. Chili's quite excited now because we're both awake. But we've come into you today from one of our favourite spots, close to where we've been staying in South Wales, close to family. Something we like to come back to very regularly, and it's a really cool little spot for a night or two of van lifing. But first, we've got something quite exciting going on. It's time to introduce you to some Welsh food culture. So ladies and gentlemen, if you had smell-o-vision, then you'd be salivating right now to get stuck into this. But just like a lot of you guys, this is going to be Steph's first ever introduction to lava bread. So let's see what goes on. Thinking not a fan.
Oh, so that really wasn't for me. I won't be trying that again. Chris eats anything, so obviously he's going to eat this, but here he is.
Now I like my lava bread normally neat, like I like my whiskey. That's how I grew up with it, but never tried it in oat cake before, so.
Right next to the car and didn't care at all that we were videoing it.
Good news, love, we'll be having this quite regularly from now on.
You will be.
So today's destination is Burry Port, which is just a few miles down the road from where I grew up in Llanelli. We're just going for a little walk in towards the marina at the moment, to the little harbour, and then along the beach and this lovely pretty little coastal town. So our preferred spot when we come here is actually not in amongst the hustle and bustle of the town, and actually it's not really possible to go there anymore because apparently motorhomes are causing such an issue for people living there that new parking restrictions have been introduced. So what you've got now are empty car parks. Good job. The tide can be a bit dodge if you're not careful, but it is a kind of more the sort of subdued side of the town. But anyway, we stay this side, which is the Pembrey Harbour side of Burry Port. It's much quieter, it's a bit more, there's lots more wildlife this side, just a bit less kind of busy really. You do get a lot of people walking their dog on this beach because it's lovely. This is Kidwelly, probably most famous for his castle, which is in the village behind me there, but we're just down the road from that Kidwelly Quay. It's a lovely sort of place to stop for a night or two. So Kidwelly Quay, really lovely place to come in the van. You do get a couple of vans down here, cars walking the dogs, but there's really only space for about 8 or 9 vehicles in total. And it's really lovely and peaceful. We stayed here overnight before, and it is toll-free, there's no restrictions on the parking down here, and thankfully when you come there's plenty of bins, so it's not a mess or anything like that.
Yeah, so we're just in Kidwelly, and there's like a little nature reserve here, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I've just seen loads of different birds. Obviously got the old camera, taken a few pics. Chris and Chili have gone back to the van because it is quite cold. So I've just seen an egret, quite close actually, so I got a good photo of that. There's quite a few lapwings here, and red shank, so really good variety of birds. Literally just a few hundred yards from the van, so what a cool place to park up for free. Just met loads of horses. One of them was absolutely massive, huge big belly on it. It must have been in foal or something. It's just such a lovely place. More my cup of tea than Chris's, I think. Anywhere where there's loads of bird life and wildlife and the sun shining. It's just a lovely crisp kind of winter's day. You know, what's not to love really about a day like this? It's absolutely perfect. So I think there's probably going to be an amazing sunset here later, so I might have to pop back out so we can get that on camera.
So, good morning everyone. Just taking a little walk now into Kidwelly town itself. It was really lovely last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, so quiet. It was really cold, but yeah, it's such a peaceful night.
So yeah, you're only a short walk really, about 10-15 minutes from the town proper, so we'll come back to you from there. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I do quite like walking around the Greg. Have I ever told you? Like?
You have?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering. So. So, we're just going for a little wander around the castle. There's like a really cool footpath that you can go all the way around.
Kidwelly Castle.
So if Kidwelly Castle looks familiar to you but you've never visited, you may well recognise it from the Monty Python classic, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So just up on the wall walk, really worth the effort to get up. It's only a few steps, and wow, fantastic views from up here all the way back to where we parked, and I think I'm just about to see the roof of the Falcon in the distance. Someone's raided the local chocolate shop.
Somebody's raided the local chocolate shop.
There's actually been a castle at Kidwelly since shortly after the Norman invasion. At first glance it seems like a bit of a weird place to have such an imposing castle, but it just represented possibly one of the most westernly points of the Norman control. It changed hands quite a few times over the years between the Normans and the Welsh. The present castle dates back to around the 12th century. It's also the scene of the beheading of the famous Welsh heroine Gwenllian.
So thanks for watching the video, guys. as usual, we'd really appreciate if you could click like and subscribe if you enjoy what you're seeing. Sorry it's taken a while to get these videos out, but we've had quite a lot going on, which we will tell you about later. We are on our first kind of overseas van travel at the moment, so the next video you see will be of us there. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.